everyone, and welcome back to the Experience Podcast. This is actually take two. I just started recording, not even a minute in, and all of a sudden my mic went out. So I don't know what that was about. I think because I was messing with it. Anyway, yeah. So we're doing a commentary track. This is episode number 84. Peter hates boneless wings. The description reads: Peter needs a little crunch. Daniel found a new song, and Blake won a race. So this is like it's we're doing a nice little commentary here. We're getting ahead of things, and because I got a busy month ahead of me, and a lot of other things are going on. So we're doing a little commentary here, and yeah, what's interesting about this one is it got a lot of views on YouTube. I don't know why. I didn't check the the podcast downloads, the audio downloads, but it did pretty well on YouTube, and I don't know why. We're gonna find out as we listen to this. I don't think there was anything crazy going on. I mean, part of it we're doing, so we're going back listening to classic episodes here. This might be the first time Peter and Blake have been on together, so that's kind of an interesting combination, I suppose. But yeah, we are kind of getting into the Blake era of the podcast here, as we move further along through this. And we might go back and do more Connor episodes that we skipped, because Connor's always great on the podcast, and I love having him on. So yeah, we're going to get into this. If anyone has any future suggestions for other episodes that we should do, please feel free to leave a comment, or you can even email, however you want to do. I don't know. So yeah, this was February 2020. So this is right before we left campus and never went back. Just before the pandemic, I suppose, in the United States at least. So this episode is 45 minutes, 26 seconds. So, we'll do about 15 minutes each episode. This will be 3 parts. Again, as I always say every time we do these commentaries, I have not listened to this since we recorded. I don't remember what's on it. Sometimes I remember, vaguely what we talked about, but here, I do not remember. I mean, obviously we're going to talk about wings at some point, but, sometimes these Peter episodes kind of just go off in so many different tangents. But anyway, I'm doing that now. So let's get into it here. Yeah, we're heading out. It's probably going to be in the morning. Because she was wondering, she's like, how do you do it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've definitely hyped you up a lot.
Yeah, maybe that's a bad thing.
But, I mean, you're definitely going to live up to it, and that's the thing.
Actually, there was some SCPC people in the student center the other day.
Handing out
for roller skating.
I kind of want to go roller skating.
But they weren't like saying, they were just walking around dropping on tables. So I was like, hey, guys, come back over. And I flipped the strip.
That's good. Nice.
I made them. Yeah. And they were like, okay, we'll hand it to 2 people if you go talk to 2 people about this roller skating thing. So I walked over, and they don't know that we were sitting off the band table, so we went over to the band table. This would be like David, Rebecca, James. They were all sitting there. I was like, hey guys, come to this, and then they all made a big noise or whatever. And they're like, wow, this kid's a genius. I was like,
that's awesome.
And he's like, oh, it's just because you know them. I was like, no, I could have done that at the table. I didn't know.
That's funny.
They never.
It's not that funny. But
they never handed out the flyers. That's the difference. This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And someone else.
I hate this. Who we got? So we have a fan favorite, if you will. Someone who's notorious for saying the worst things possible on this podcast.
Yep.
Go ahead.
My name is Peter Tilley, and this is...
Pausing there. Peter was always, kind of going off that, Peter was always so afraid of what he would say on the podcast. Like, it was kind of funny. It was like, after or before every podcast, he'd be like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I should say that, or like, I don't know if I should have said that, or, whatever. He freaked out a lot. I mean, Tanner does a little bit as well, but obviously Tanner's is, more tongue-in-cheek, whereas, like, Peter really is speaking his mind, and then he's like, "Oh, maybe I should have done that." So yeah, he that was something that we would talk about, and he was always kind of nervous. But anyway, back into it.
This is my 3rd time on the Experience podcast.
Third? I thought it was 4th.
3rd. No, because we had, I think 3rd.
Just you and me one time.
Yeah.
The first time where you said stuff in the other studio.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Maybe there was a 3rd time then with like Tanner and Connor in your apartment. Maybe this is my 4th.
Am I new this year's apartment?
No, last year's apartment. Yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't matter.
3rd, 4th, but every time Peter comes on, he mentions something horrible.
Yeah, horrible. I'm good at that. It'll probably be something incredibly nihilistic this time, because that's just sort of been my vibe for the past couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know, something about, like, all the fun climate events that have been happening.
You don't care about the climate.
I don't yeah, no, what do you mean? Of course I care about the climate.
You don't care about climate policy.
I don't, because it stresses me out. And I'd rather not have my work be in something that's, like, existentially threatening us, because honestly I'm not smart enough to be doing that.
Existentially threatening?
Yeah. Like the existence of the human race. Sort
Okay,
of stuff.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Alright. The threat isn't existential.
It's an existential threat. But some of my friends hate that word because they think it makes climate change and all that sound too academic. Where it sort of separates it from being an actual threat. They're like, oh, existential. It's like a philosophy term.
Who do people compare you to, like, just on TV?
Oh, if it's a tall, skinny, straight white male, I've been compared to him.
No, I was talking about a TV show that just ended.
Sex Education.
No. Who's comparing you to something now?
Big, tall, straight white dude. In
Oh,
Sex
physically,
Education.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
physically.
Asa Butterfield.
Yeah. Also physically
I was talking about the way you talk about stuff.
Oh,
You told me not to mention his name, that's why I'm not saying it.
mention the name. I forgot. Is it the character from You?
No. I'll tell you when you're in a good place.
Oh, Chidi. Thank you for that one. No, yeah, no, that makes... I get... My mom, my lovely mom, she'll watch The Good Place and be like, yeah, you're just like Chidi in it. Like, lies. And slander.
So Blake, you were running yesterday.
I was running yesterday. Yep.
So you said you were doing a meet in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Do you run to?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You all just run to.
You just run to it. You meet up and then you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, you just go meet the other schools. It's like a
That would
meetup.
be that
It's
would
a track
exactly.
meet.
It's a
Yeah.
meet. That would be fun. We should start a club like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It took a while though.
Where's the meetup next week? Clemson. Oh, how are you guys going? Well, we're gonna run up.
Well, Clemson's a little closer, so we have to like
You could
throw in an
actually-
extra little loop on the side.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, to make it more of
convoluted,
a.
but yeah.
That's wrong, Peter.
That was an aggressively bad way to get Blake into the conversation. You asked him if he ran.
No, because I know.
It was a meet.
I asked him.
How'd y'all do? Who were y'all against?
We
He was all
were
there.
Duke and UNC, and then they were mostly schools in North Carolina. So
NC State,
NC State wasn't there, but like
ECU.
ECU, no, Eastern. No,
Is it just ACC schools?
no.
You don't know anything.
James Madison was there.
Wow,
And
from
there was
Virginia.
president.
Yeah, they were from like UNC
In my
Charlotte,
jumper's
and UNC Pembroke, which was like the host school because we were in Pembroke, North Carolina, which is very small.
And you won.
What?
You won, right?
Well, I did win the 1,000. Yes.
Nice. Holy cow.
Well, there were a lot of weird events there, so not many people signed up for the 1,000. Luckily for me.
That's fair, right? You just saw that and you were like, yeah, just, you know.
A lot of people doing the
Wow.
1330. I don't know why. I thought that had a better chance of winning that.
This is the club team
Yeah,
here?
the club
Okay, I didn't know we had
team,
club and track.
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What was your time for the 1,000? Why would you run up 1,000?
Because it was this. So I just ran the two longest events that they had there because that's kind of normally what I do.
Yeah.
So
No
they had
big
the
deal.
mile, which is like standard.
Sure.
But then the next one was a 1,000. So I was like, why not? I've never
Yeah,
run a
it's like the
1,000.
800, but slightly worse.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's just sprint for, you know,
Forever.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. What was your time?
I don't know. It was like
It was-
250
yeah, it
something.
was so
I don't
good.
know. I'm pretty sure my first 1,000 of the mile was faster than my 1,000 in the 1,000.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Well, you said how many people were doing the 1,000?
Like
You said not
5
that
or
many.
6 or something.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty small.
That's weird,
Yeah, but the mile was a lot bigger.
I believe. Yeah, but you didn't win the mile.
I didn't win the mile. I ran the mile. but
Which
I
one
didn't win.
did you place?
I got like 5th, I think.
Fifth? Okay, that's good. What was your
But-
time for that?
Expect a little better.
It was a 550.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Should
not
be-
not near my
Should
best,
be
but
sub
like,
5. You should.
but like still pretty good considering like I'm not like hardcore training like I
Right.
was in high school. So
How many times a week do you run?
probably like 3 to 4.
Okay,
3
that's-
times with the club, and then I'll say one more time on my own.
Right.
Not as much as I should be probably, but
It never
enough.
is.
3
I
to
mean,
4 should be enough. This isn't. Yeah. If it's just a fun thing you're doing.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
should be going at least
it's
8
time.
times a week.
Yeah, that's Peter.
Twice on
Peter
Sundays.
usually tops 10.
Of course, yeah.
Uh,
I try to get 55 miles in every week.
yeah.
You know, trying to. Not anymore. I used to run a ton.
Pausing here. Yeah, Peter was definitely a runner, and then at some point in college, he became more of an aspiring runner. You know, is how I put it. But maybe he runs now. I don't know. But he had like an on and off again relationship with running. You know, where sometimes he would run, sometimes he wouldn't run, sometimes he would try to run, but he wouldn't, and sometimes he didn't really feel like running, but he still ran. You know, it was kind of like a weird back and forth. But so yeah. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Because I also ran track in high school. And then the doctor was like, "Oh, you have high blood pressure." And I was like, "Did we not know this before?" And he was like, No, we just thought you had like white coat syndrome." And so then
Yeah, pausing here again. Sorry. Peter also had like old man disease, in that like he had a lot of symptoms of like old men. He had like knee problems, back problems. He had high blood pressure. Like he was almost like an old man living in a young person's body. And I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but he also did something I found very funny when he was running. I don't know if we get to it in this episode, but I'll mention it if I remember later on. So yeah, he also kind of like was a bit of an old man in some respects too. So maybe that factored in. But okay, let's get back into it.
I failed a physical and wasn't able to join the track team anymore. So that was fun.
In high school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you never tried for the club team here?
Mm-mm. Well, though, if 550 is a good time. Like,
It's very relaxed though.
yeah,
Like
that is.
only the like anybody can run. There's a bunch of different groups that just go out and run 3 times a week, and then like if you want to, you can sign up to go to the meets. But most people don't.
Yeah. Huh. No, that's something I'd look into maybe. If I wasn't like already thinking of withdrawing from the class this semester because I'm a bit busy. So.
Are you? Because you were able to come here today.
I was, and I almost canceled on you.
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah, because I've got a lot of work I could be doing right now.
Oh, I asked Tanner last night, and he was like, yeah, give me. And then this morning, actually not this morning, 15 minutes ago,
Nice.
he was like, yeah, I haven't studied for the test for tomorrow, so
Good.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, so most of the
My-
study group, the other group came, so.
Complete dumbass. The last 2 weeks, I was like, all right, I'm busy. I'm not gonna worry as much about academics, and so I didn't study or really put a ton of effort into the essays I had, and then I got hit with 4 C's in the past week of grades coming back. So you know,
Should get C's. Yeah.
rocking it. Yeah, it's real clean.
Blake, are you working on a new song for the podcast?
I can.
It's coming along?
It's getting there. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, it just occurred to me. Did I say 550 for the miles?
Yes.
You mean
I
450?
meant 450.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
I don't know. I don't know why that just. Never mind. The song.
That is an
it's
important
going
difference.
Great. Yeah.
That's a really important. I was like 550. Okay.
No one's hunting Blake down because he said he got a 550.
Yeah.
the
Anyways,
song.
yes, the song is making great progress.
Because if you guys hadn't seen, Anush posted his debut single for his new album
Did he?
on Full Band Group Me. Peter, pull it up, please.
I don't have the full thing with me.
I was never in the full
Alright.
band group.
Yeah.
I'm pausing here. So Anuj, yeah, Anuj has talked about his I was gonna say music. I don't know if it's necessarily music. Yeah, we'll call it music. Like I don't know if you would describe it as that. Tracks maybe is a better word. And I'm wondering if this was the first one that he ever did, because I know he did. He didn't start until like, pretty late into his college career. And then Blake working on the song. Yeah. So the song. The song. So I asked Blake to make a new theme song for the show because the old one was fine, but it was kind of just something that Connor threw together. And Blake never did that, obviously, as you can see. I also asked Ainsley to work on the logo, and she also never did that. So but the logo's fine. I'm fine with the logo. The song eventually, as we've gone over, Owen and I worked on and put together, several years ago. I don't know how long ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Someone can fact check me on that. And I really like what we did there, but it would have been interesting to hear what Blake would have done. Blake was like mildly interested in doing it too. That's why I was like, he'll do it eventually, but he never did. So yeah, back into it.
I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can hear it.
Did you? I saw Anuj in his new apartment.
In DC.
You mean you saw him?
Well, I follow him on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
You would know, Daniel, if you were on any
No,
social
I'm
media.
just. I was somehow I was thinking maybe he drove down or he was there, and then you followed. And then I heard you followed. So then, okay. Yeah. Let me figure it out. Let me find it. I mean, prepare to be blown away, guys.
Ambassador coming at you again from Lincoln Park beat. Look, up 69 or down 69, it doesn't really matter when our pride's on the line. Pride for our city, pride for our school, pride for the 404 competition rules, pride for the band that brings the charge to the stands when we play on the
It's
flag.
surprisingly good, but that's because my bar was really, really good.
That's what Owen said.
Yeah. Like,
it's all about
I don't-
Georgia Tech, though.
Absolutely hate it.
He's
got a pretty consistent rhythm. I'll give him that. Like,
I'm pausing here. So that was the news first one. I'm sure if he listens back on it, he'd say it's terrible because some of his newer stuff is he's obviously a little more proud of, and that's with everything that you do, right? Your first ones are always worse. But I think he actually did it. I think that's decent. Like Peter was saying, he keeps the good rhythm. He worked very hard on the lyrics, and the track is like a stock track, obviously. But he really, I think he put it together very well. It all blends together. It sounds like the fact that people asked, "Oh, did you do the instrumentation yourself?" No, he didn't. But the fact that people asked that means that he actually did a good job of blending it. I think it was very well done. Obviously, he got a better mic later. Some of the musicality was a little cleaned up and polished, but for his first one, that was pretty good. And like Peter was saying, I actually think he did a decent job, which is why I feel no shame in promoting it on this show. Whenever he drops new ones, I do listen to them. Let's see what he got, because he puts a lot of work into it, and they're interesting enough. You know what I mean? The lyrics themselves are interesting enough to hear what he has to say, even if and he'll admit this, some of them got a little repetitive as he's gone. It's how many different ones can you make about Clemson or North Carolina, right? But yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go for a few more minutes. We're going to do about 15 minutes, and we're about 10 minutes in. So we're gonna do 5 more minutes or so, and then we're gonna wrap up this part 1.
clearly this was taken over multiple takes.
I think it's more obvious in the second verse too. In a way, it copyrights stuff. So keep talking through it. Obviously,
You're right. Every 15 seconds, at least, you need to change it up a bit.
And then he's stressing our heads gets released on the beatings on the field or in the bleachers and the seats. And we bring the noise against the best, the overrated, the elite. Yet
anyway, we're gonna ask him to see if he wants to make it the new podcast.
I think he's got a future.
Okay.
I think this is it.
So Tanner said good flow, but you gotta work on the mic quality. Obviously, he doesn't have this mic.
No.
He said he used his headset or something.
Yeah, you should. I think we should all donate for a better mic.
No, he DM'd Tanner and he was like, "Oh, I'm working on getting a bunch of equipment,
A bunch of equipment.
or at least more than one." Blake, I'm using that as a you can think about songs in that category.
Okay. Now I know what what you're looking for.
I mean,
try to stick
maybe
to
I'll
that.
just ask him to do the next.
Yeah, I mean he's clearly got more experience in that field there.
He still kind of puts on a weird accent when he raps.
It's not terribly noticeable though, I will say.
No, it's worse than his the high school one that he did. He's got
one from high
British.
school?
He has a British accent.
Oh.
Hey,
Raps.
it helps clear up the voice. It makes it easier to understand the words better.
Maybe, but
enunciated.
no, I think he did it well in this song. But in the high school one, he goes way over. It sounds like something.
Okay.
It's way British.
Huh. Yeah, no, it's just got a tendency to. When I was a little kid, I used to think that all singers sang in British accents because, one, my parents listened to the Beatles a ton, but two, just the better enunciated words, especially compared to how a lot of people speak in the South. I was just oh, it's all a British accent.
Can you give us an example?
Green Day. I thought,
No, I mean the words.
how would... Alright, listen to how I speak and how I eat, every consonant I say. I just pronounced consonant as constant.
You really...
If I sang like that, people would be like, what the hell is this man saying? Honestly, I'm surprised that people can understand what I say. I, mumble, just, noises. And people are like, alright, yeah, that was a sentence.
Wow. I wouldn't say. Don't set me up like that.
What, for you to make another bad joke?
Yeah.
You right?
All right, pausing here. I think we're going to wrap up here. We're at 13 minutes, 11 seconds, but, this is kind of a decent stopping point. This is episode 84. Pretty good so far. And, I forgot we debuted Anuza's song on air. And he's always been nervous about it. Like, I told him he should put it, make a YouTube channel or something, or make a Spotify playlist or SoundCloud or, whatever people do nowadays. But he's always not done that. He just leaves it on his personal Google Drive. And I'm like, they should publish them. Like, it's always good to get, even like if you get community feedback or, people might be interested in them. I think I don't know if he posts them on like Reddit or something. I don't think he does, but maybe he did originally, but he doesn't do it anymore. And he hasn't done one in like a year or two, so to be fair. Or maybe he did, I don't remember. But anyway, this is episode 84, Peter Hates Boneless Wings. We still haven't gotten to the boneless wings part, but we talked about the other two things in the track here. But this is episode 84. Don't forget to come back for parts 2 and 3. And then hopefully after this, we'll have a fresh new episode out. But we'll see what happens. So thank you all for listening and have a great day.